are some of the big things, whether it's from your investments or not, that you think are going to be the biggest changes that change the financial services landscape?
Well, I guess we inevitably have to get to Bitcoin blockchain, but let's put that like talking about Trump can take all the air out of all available time.
Absolutely right.
So let's come to that second. So I've always been, among the reasons, I was just having this conversation yesterday over at Morgan Stanley. Somebody asked me, why are you so interested in this area? And I suppose part of it is just, I was at Reuters for 19 years, not Reuters and Thomson Reuters, and I've always been interested in financial services, but it's the rare industry where, number one, you get super smart people, and they're super smart and not lazy people, right? So you got hardworking, really smart people with lots of money, willing to invest, often in quite cutting edge technology, to get a speed advantage, to get an informational advantage. And so I think it's such an interesting area. So when I stopped at Thomson Reuters in the beginning of 2012, I had been really interested in marketplace lending, peer-to-peer lending. I've been following what Prosper was up to for a long time. So I invested in an early round at Lending Club, and then a whole series of the infrastructure, other lending platforms, and then the picks and shovels needed to allow folks to invest in it. So to give you an example, there's a neat company just down the street here called Orchard, started by some very smart people. And what Orchard does is say, look, I'm an investor. I'm interested in marketplace lending as an asset class. I understand that I can invest in a vehicle that buys Lending Club loans. But what if I build a technology platform, an API access to loan level data, not only at Lending Club, but at Prosper, at Lending Club, at SoFi, at Common Bond, across a whole range of underlying platforms? What if I'm a hedge fund now and I can write algorithmically my own screen, right? I don't want to see any borrowers from Nevada. I won't do, FICO scores of less than 650, whatever your coordinates are, and get real-time access to that data. It's sort of like the early trading room systems business that Reuters and others had. So yeah, so some basic concept of using a token to pass ownership rather than the physical good, and in particular land itself. And the concept makes a ton of sense. 40 years ago, the French passed the dematerialization law, allowing improvements in the way securities exchanges and securities transfer. Basically, the shares stay in one repository, and you just trade electronic journal entries in effect. So a lot of interesting blockchain opportunities are really just about, wouldn't it be easier not moving the gold from your vault to my vault if we could just write a new block on the blockchain, which is sufficiently auditable and immutable so that you and I are comfortable that an actual exchange has occurred. I think, among the most interesting things I've seen where I'd love to invest if I found the right one is going after title insurance. And in fact, title insurance and property transfer in Africa. So my hunch is, like many things, it's easier to do it in an area or in an asset class that has less machinery. If you went today and said, I'm going to take the entire U.S. equities business and put it tomorrow on blockchain, not that DTCC and others aren't doing a whole bunch of experiments and thoughtful stuff as well, but it's pretty hard to do because you've got a lot of legacy spaghetti. But if you said, I'm going to take the Mali gold exchange and put it on, you could probably do that.